David, thank you. Good to be with you. Harris is focusing on some of the key battleground states expected to decide their elections. The latest Fox poll indicates small lead.
Hey guys, welcome back to Trails to Daybreak. Hope you guys are enjoying the game. I have to admit, I'm really enjoying this game.
Tonight, Vice President Harris is barnstorming Wisconsin, making 3 stops in a state which may determine Democrats' fate in November.
Let's organize. Let's continue in this process also to do what everyone here is doing. Let's build community.
Today, billionaire businessman and Dallas Mavericks owner Monstrum Nox dumps South, which polls show is voters' top issue.
I'm trying to eat her.
Because she knows that small businesses drive this economy. Near Fox polling out tonight, church immigration is also top of mind, with 67% of people supporting efforts promoted by former President Trump to increase deportations of illegal immigrants. Those numbers up sharply from 9 years ago, and it's an issue Harris was pressed on directly.
You got some luck on you.
We've had a broken immigration system transcending, by the way, Donald Trump's administration even before. Let's all be honest about that.
Next week, former President Obama returns to the trail with stops in Michigan and Wisconsin. Within North Carolina, showing up support alongside Vice Presidential candidate Tim Walz, who addressed victims of Hurricane Helene. I just say to all of you that it's unclear when President Biden may campaign again for Harris, especially after she told Brett
there. My presidency will not be a continuation of Joe Biden's presidency.
The Vice President's got one more stop in Wisconsin's Fire Valley. She's going to wrap up the tour of the West Coast Gate visiting Michigan tomorrow. President about to take the campaign down south to Atlanta, where they have already seen record turnout for early voting in the state of Georgia. But Mark Meredith, live in Wisconsin, Mark, thanks. Former President Trump has opened up a very small lead among likely voters in our latest Fox News polling, as you see there. He's speaking tonight at the annual Al Smith charity dinner here in Manhattan. An event Vice President Harris has declined to attend. This on Former President Trump and Hillary Clinton famously traded one-liners at the annual Al Smith Catholic Tonight, Trump will take the stage alone. Vice President Harris becoming the first presidential candidate to skip the dinner in 40 years. Harris instead campaigning in swing state Wisconsin to maximize her time to battle but the Trump campaign, she's avoiding an uncomfortable night, given her prohibition. 100% shot at Catholic. He can't the other way. The dinner's host, Cardinal Timothy Dolan, disappointed. It's a shame, because the nature of the evening is to bring people together. The nature of the evening is civility, patriotism. It's not campaign speech. It's not campaign style. Tonight, new National Fox polling shows likely voters Trump more favorably than Harris. Harris and Trump, same swings since last
fuck, wrong button.
Water by 5 points, with the former president at 8-4, and Senator Jim Davis now seen more favorably than Governor Tim Walz by a single point. In Pittsburgh today, Vance responded to Harris's interview last night. I think that every time she gives an interview, that we gain about 1,000. Harris pre-recorded a video message that will be shown at tonight's dinner. Now, look, Trump posted on True Social that he believes that is fair, that she should not have been allowed to do that in advance. But the importance of this dinner politically, well, last presidential candidate to not trust the dinner was Walter Mondale back in 1984. When the bill was flipped, he went on to lose 4 out of 50 states. Right? Right, yes.
Okay.
Stocks were mixed today after financial earnings reports. The Dow gained 161, the S&P 500 was on the Nasdaq was on 7. Up next, another blistering rebuke for the Secret Service over the protection of former President Trump. Plus, we examine the impact of presidential nominees. Also, our sentences to key about
To me, Harlan is home. But home is also your body. I ask myself, why doesn't somebody exist harmless? So I started my own getting a brick and mortar in New York. Has supported us from Studio 1 to Studio 3. When you start small, you need a big house and take this faster.
5% cash back on businesses. It takes 8% small start pays for business. Make more for business.
After a lot of fun, that's the goal. They're having a 20 hours a day. Much.
Anything like power. Anything that changed the world of work. From HR to payroll, ADP designs for the next year. The work is dead. The long-term begins now. Consequences of work. Fantasy, the ones who do wanting are dangerous. Suspicions are everywhere. Where did you get this? True, I promise not to say anything that will shock the world. Be careful, Thomas. This is a comparison war. It is a war. You have to commit to a side. Something like that. Sure. This business guys. But we also bring beams and those. And in Remake, we bring your brand on everything. So customers notice you, remember you, and fall in love with you. If you need, we print this with 25% off for new customers at thisprint.com. Premium wireless for $15 a month. Get mobile. Why premium wireless for $15 a month? Why not premium wireless for $15 a month? Who might think? Premium wireless for $15 a month will always premium wireless for $15 a month. And sometimes, premium wireless for $15 a month every day. No points for subtlety, right? Let's be honest. Premium wireless for $15 a month, am I right? Let's just stop having AI right here, okay, guys?
Goodbye.
Troubles right here, not anymore. With the new Alpacin Gray Attack, the easy-to-use shampoo for darker and thicker looking hair day by day. Fight for your hair with the new Alpacin Gray Attack. Available at Amazon.
Quince has been my best kept secret. I love luxury at affordable prices. I'm dressed down, but still look amazing. If you need jewelry there, it's so it's the whole outfit, one-stop shop.
You okay? Looks like you didn't sprain your ankle, did you?
Their vital advance has been a subsequent change
What
after
are you doing here?
I
No, you must be here to steal my scoop.
Here, I literally shed a few pounds in the first couple of weeks, learn more about
Jackmo's murder's already been solved. The CID's on the case and they already have the culprits in touch. Your editor-in-chief told me this too, too.
What?
We create HD cameras so you can see what's happening.
I just got
All
stolen
powered
for
by
life for
fast
no
protect
reason?
technology. Exclusively from Simplicity for faster police response. Now install an advanced system
Who are
mode.
you?
Have a pro set it up
Wait.
or easily do
I've
it
seen you
yourself.
before.
There's no safe like Simplicity.
Looking for a way to stretch the dollars? With Insurify, you can cut your car insurance bill in half. Scroll through dozens of prices.
Fine.
That's it. Phone calls, no waste of time. Go to Insurify and save today. Donald Trump live on Fox and Friends, recapping the Al Smith dinner and answering questions from viewers as the election day closes in. The must-see interview tomorrow.
What are you doing?
Do you even know how embarrassing it is to be seen like... Hey, I know you. You're the and you solved that case. Oh, you don't know the hell I went through because of that nonsense you fed me. I got in hot water with the cops. I ended up missing the end of the case.
Last 2 years, that I've been on my own, it's been really challenging to make ends meet.
Well, you're not going to find any scoops here anymore.
That I feel
This is no place for a reporter to be. Let's get you out of here, save me soon. Thanks for the help. I owe you both big.
Thanks to married men, seniors like myself, live
Hold on!
very simply.
I'm not done talking to him! Ugh. You better believe this isn't the last you'll see of me, friggin'!
Thank you. This is literally the best day.
This tricks us out of January. The butcher goes around some chocolate one with a fake fire. Today is holding
All in the basement.
The Secret Service takes another big hit. An independent panel investigating the first attempted assassination of former President Trump is blaming the agency for poor communications and failure to secure the area. Four-person bipartisan group that by President Biden warns that without urgent reform, another such attack can and will happen again. The Small Business Administration says it has officially run out of money for disaster assistance loans. That could delay most relief for people applying after Hurricanes Helene and Milton tore through the southeast. The agency says it's pausing loans it offers to small businesses, homeowners, and renters until Congress returns and approves more funding. A grand jury has indicted a father and son on murder charges for a mass shooting at a high school in London, Georgia. The report said 14-year-old Holden Gray and was charged with 55 counts. Father Colin Gray charged with faces 39 counts. Holt Gray is accused of killing two students in Rampage September 4th. Now the story in strategic contrast. While Republicans attempt to take control of the U.S. Senate, setting aside Larry Hogan and Maryland, their nominees are embracing former President Donald Trump. Some Democrats, though, seeking to hold on to the chamber, are distancing themselves from Vice President Kamala Harris. Both presidential hopefuls will be in Michigan tomorrow. Senior national correspondent Aisha Hassan is in Detroit tonight.
Now that we hear about Trump's locked orders, in battleground Michigan, the Democratic Senate candidate is out disquoting for her party's presidential nominee. In Michigan, we have a lot of split ticket voters, people who really vote a person over the party. If you sleep on us, we will go the other way. That message comes after Xcom reported Congressman Michael Flynn released I have in an instant, things can transform. But they out of balance and defeated all. I'm glad I found stability in this goal. Standing the test of time. I am not rich as hell. I work hard, I scrape to get by. Don't want to give tax breaks to billionaires, but Kamala Harris has plans to help us. She's gonna crack down on
Where
price
can we
gouging
find some
and cut
sweets?
taxes
I
from
don't even know
working
where to
people like
begin
you.
to look.
I voted for Donald Trump before, but this time I'm voting for
There's a
Trump.
lot of places, actually. We can start with one of the vendors on this terrace.
Hi, Susan. Buddy, how's that there? That cough looks pretty bad. I just Robitussin on the real cough. Plus, the powerful cough relief you need. If I work for your tribe? Robitussin with real honey and elderberry. At Biz2 Credit, we know you need to fund your business on time. Business is good. Good
Excellent.
to expand. Time for Biz2 Credit. Bills are piling up. You might need extra cash to get ahead.
Time for Mr.
Our fast and convenient online process makes it easy to get the funding you need. It's time to take your business to new heights. Biz2 Credit makes it possible. Go to biz2credit.com/5. Call 800-200-2891. Biz2 Credit. Funding plus next.
Excuse me, dude. You need to waste some time, Bob.
Hello?
We will baptize you.
Thank you.
Okay.
These means with a silver spoon. What would become of them? They discover rolling with gold alongside their very liberal rates on idle cash, able to send chaos. You could pretend to be anything, like an elderly man's name. Or an expert woman.
Don't trust the uncultured internet. Angie has 30 years of experience finding the best pros. Hiring? ZipRecruiter finds us the best people. 4 out of 5 employers on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate in the first day. With ZipRecruiter, we get hiring results. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/off.
I was sick. I don't know that very much. Look at these things. You bought your contract?
Check your local listings. A large retail store just canceled my huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra liability. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to be in your game. For the first time ever, you get standard classic line pillows for wholesale prices. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade
You have any
king size
preferences?
my pillow for just
Thanks
$18.88.
for coming in.
King size only $1 more. And my body pillows for $29.88. And multi-use my pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size my pillow, only $14.88.
There's enough
They've
now.
never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's gonna be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Alrighty then. Time to hit up one last place.
Welcome back to Special Report. In tonight's 50 Races in 50 Days, we spotlight 2 races to make good on the fact that we did one last night.
It'll make
and
sense in a
something
sec.
wrong last night.
Just
Each
keep
of these
following.
has a single electoral vote that could determine the presidential election. Okay, first, let's start in the state
Quit
of
dawdling and
It is
bobbling.
one of only 2
Come back
states to
soon.
split its electoral votes rather than the traditional winner-take-all method. 2 of its 4
votes go to the statewide popular vote.
Hey, why not take some flowers with you?
To the winner of its two
I hope I see you again.
First, let's go back to 2016. You look at the past elections. Former President Trump lost to Hillary Clinton in 5 to 3 points in 2016. If you go to 2020, he lost to Vice President Biden by 9 points 4 years later. Both elections, former President Trump won Maine's 2nd congressional district and each won electoral vote. Right now, electors rate the district as less Republican, giving the former president a good shot at making it 3 in a row. Now, if we go out broadly, here our second race is in normally red and reliably red Nebraska. It's the only other state to split its electoral votes. 2 of its 5 go to the statewide popular vote winner. The others go to the winner of its 3 congressional districts. Now, if we go to 2020, you can see a lot of red there. Nebraska's Omaha Centered 2nd congressional district is a blue oasis in a sea of red. The House race there, the 2nd district, is a toss-up. It makes a voting college-educated voters who support Republican incumbent Don Bacon, but they prefer Vice President Harris as the presidential candidate. It is a lean Democrat in our presidential power rankings called the electoral. Former President Trump won the state overall by 19 points in 2020, but then Vice President Biden won the 2nd congressional district's single electoral vote. If we go to this Douglas County, where Omaha is, a big reason is because of that county, the most populated county in the 2nd congressional district and the state. President Biden won Douglas County by 11 points. So why are these individual electoral votes so crucial in this operation to get to 270 electoral votes? Let's say, for the sake of a what-if scenario, President Trump carries his margin in Michigan, and it goes forward to election day. And he takes Michigan, and he takes Pennsylvania, and he takes North Carolina. Vice President Harris does well out west. She takes Nevada, Arizona. She has a good time in Georgia, and she takes Wisconsin. Take a look at that. 269 to 268 for Donald Trump. If the former president pulls off an upset in Nebraska and gets that one, he reaches 270. However, if he goes the other way, as it's likely going to go, maybe neither candidate reaches 270. And the race then heads to the House of Representatives, and there's one vote for each House delegation. It's another scenario, but you wouldn't have a winner at 269, 269. Okay, so let's go back and see another scenario here. Let's say Vice President Harris sweeps the northern toss-up states. She takes Wisconsin, she takes Michigan, she takes Pennsylvania. And then the former president does very well in the Sun Belt toss-ups. Nevada, Arizona, also takes Georgia and North Carolina. Now, at 269, 268 for Harris. Again, it comes down to Nebraska. If
Got
Harris
some speed on you.
wins that 2nd congressional district, she would then have an opportunity to become the 47th president of the United States, reaching 270
Is
at a single
everything okay there?
vote. And the Cornhusker state could decide who is the next president.
Oh, adorable.
The hell? A kid?
Oh, geez, I had a Sicilian proud of me. Oh, it's telling you in nothing on purpose, didn't you?
Well, I knew I wasn't gonna lose you, so this was the next best thing. That was a form of active camo using shards.
Those 3
Same
states,
kind of thing
Georgia,
Rangers can do.
Michigan,
This works
Wisconsin,
different.
take a look at the
You can
polls.
do that with
Very,
shards,
very
too?
tight.
I
This is a
didn't
Wall Street
know
Journal
that.
poll most recently. But you look at the campaign
Even
stops
more than
and
we
where
are.
these campaigns are
I
Georgia,
decided to
Michigan,
come.
Wisconsin.
Even
How
more
many
that be
times they're going back there? Let's bring in
If I recall,
state local
means-
journalist
It's
Patricia
Bob,
Murphy.
from a dialect in the Central East. It's how fast you are,
J.R.
and the way
Ross
you're dressed.
Risk
You...
politics. Wisconsin, state
Wait
politics,
a
reporter,
minute.
Twitter.
I think I just realized something else.
What's
How are you a Jaeger in the Kruger Court? You're in.
Patricia,
You're one hell of a girl.
robust. There
What?
is there maybe you can glean from the numbers so far.
really happy to see that people are highly engaged. We have
I'm the eldest daughter of the warriors of Kuga's faith, Verida Alfaya. I came here to ask for your help, Mr. Arthur.
unique
Could
situations.
we have somewhere to talk?
Problem here, I think that people are concerned that their ballot might get delayed in the mail. We also have both parties investing heavily in voter education to get their voters out early. That's different from 2020. The Republicans didn't spend nearly as much time and effort doing that. I mean, the Trump rally on Tuesday, the former
Along
president
the
said,
northern edge of the Central East, yeah. We see ourselves as and live a lifestyle fitting of warriors. We revere flames and the goddess Arusha.
is working very well. We're not going to know more until we start to see the breakdown of where these votes are coming. But right now, it's going to be very robust, very high engagement in the media.
That also looks like all the naysaying and threatening about the Georgia law hasn't really attracted people to come out and voting.
Please, I'm not a
Jay, let me talk to you about Wisconsin as we put up the
but
RCP
it's
averages.
nice to hear you think of me as one.
Recent polls of battleground states, Wisconsin has been getting tighter and tighter and tighter. Right now, the average is 0.3. Where do you see it on the ground? Oh, Wisconsin, awesome. It's a lot to do. Remember, the last 6 presidential campaigns, only 2 were decided on 40,000 votes for Barack Obama on the ballot. A beer used to be greater than margin. So
We've clashed against the Ice and Shield a lot over the years.
is that real magic from
Our last win was around a couple weeks ago in a proxy war against them.
50 environment? Then you can go to ground game. And right now, talking about switching both sides of the aisle, if you look at Democrats,
We eventually settled that and both sides left the battlefield. But from what I
if you look at
heard,
our proxy
one
power
unit of the Ice and Shield Jaegers still hasn't returned home yet.
a lean Democrat to a true toss-up.
For sure. The regimental commander contacted our village directly asking if we knew anything. Tubby, our vice chief, has been so worried that he's doing just about everything he can to find them.
I mean, I think it's a race unlike anything else Michigan's seen in a very long time.
Hmm?
Usually
I
Michigan
did.
vote is leaning
Why?
one way or another leading up to our election day. And right now the polling is right down the middle. I think that's one of the reasons you see Democrats a little bit uncertain in the state right now, but they're just not used to this. I mean, it's been a decade.
I hate to confuse you, but he's right. We don't bear them any ill will. The leader of the unit that vanished has actually always been really good to me.
Like Wisconsin, it's awesome.
Yeah. Patricia,
Her name's
they're also
Hilda.
visiting Georgia.
She's one of the most capable Jaegers in her corps. They fought as allies and as enemies of blood since I first became a warrior 2 years ago. She also teaches me all kinds of things on our off days. When our corps came together too, it would have been easy to ignore someone as young as me. But she's been nothing but a true friend. Or maybe even a sister. I already had an older brother, but if I had to picture what an older sister would be like, it'd be her. She's very, very important to me. So the first time I went on the search party for her,
Let's think, Joe. You mentioned Sanders. He's not Sanders in Wisconsin.
I don't know anything outside of war and our village. That's right. I left on my own and rode on buses and trains for the first time to get here. We know that Ida's unit came through Calvert on their way home. So if they really have gone missing, the odds are they're somewhere in this country. As for why I came to you, I've heard about you from the warriors in my village. They told me about a Spriggan in Calvert's capital who is willing to lend an ear to even Jaegers like us. This is a lump of argent. Will this be enough to cover your fees for helping me find Ida? Don't worry. I got this legitimately for a job.
Diagnosed with leukemia, it just pushes me to be stronger.
So sweet.
A couple of days.
What here?
Reverse the sense of aging with Cerevital Advanced. Cerevital Advanced reduces wrinkles and promotes lip gloss and ease. With Cerevital Advanced, you can also boost your body's own youth hormone, which declines as you age. Learn more at TryCerevital.com.
Your back is glowing.
Guy looked at it. From tall to short, from big to slim. From our high button down for all shapes and sizes to a whole lot more. Try us today. I'm talking just
I'm not
the guys
sure
that
what's going on. It's really pretty, but what is it?
find the perfect fit at untucked.com and more than 80 stores worldwide.
You really think so?
My son was always a good kid. He was 25 when he got injured. You walk in this intensive care room.
Yeah, of course I can.
You don't even recognize
The need for Rosie Border Project continues. Your support is even more important now because the greatest casualty is being forgotten.
it was a real hard time for us. And that right there is where everything started changing.
Our daughters helped parents handle the sleep programs and services that rebuilt their lives. These folks were already faithfully given. All of all lives were given just like the daughters.
Parents come a long way. Doesn't give up. You just keep fighting and pushing forward.
My life is not what I planned, but Wounded Warrior Project has helped with that past, the pain, and
Please, call or go online with your gift of $19 a month, and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket as a thank you.
it's been very powerful. One warrior carried another one off the battlefield. The way I see it, the people of this nation carried another warrior.
Please.
Our story begins more than 65
Oh,
years
hello,
ago.
Van. I've been expecting your call.
Where our founder discovered her entire childhood. No home, no house. So she set out to justice and yes to transform. It's this drive, this compassion that inspires me. As a bystander, here's the fact. The advocate, better health, financial security, and stronger communities. AARP, join us in making a difference.
Indeed. Farida Al-Fayed, daughter of the warriors of Kruger's Vice Chief. I also know she wants your help in finding a missing Jaeger Corps.
Tonight on Angle Angle, how about there's $1 billion and Democrats pouring money into Texas, but is any of it landing? Senator Ben Cruz reacts. That's tonight on Angle.
Don't say
My family came to Canada because the situation in our country wasn't the safest. I had trouble fitting in, and learning language was very hard. Therefore, making friends was also very hard. The program helped me a lot because I met other kids who were going through the same struggles as me. So I was able to relate and find somewhere where I could fit in. Thanks to your support of United Way, I'm able to achieve my dreams and become a doctor.
With clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada, squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
one of the battleground's favorite talking points this election cycle is actually being debunked. The FBI's latest national crime figures indicate an increase in violent crimes from 2021 to 2022. That reverses what was initially said. Reporter David Spot has a look inside the numbers tonight.
Good evening. The numbers were completely reversed in this update, and the FBI is facing questions about transparency for not making those changes well known to the public. We're talking about violent crime in 2022. Originally, the FBI came up with a report indicating the violent crime rate estimate decreased from 2021 to 22 by 2.1%. Rounded up. Democrats quickly pointed to those figures. The FBI has now adjusted those numbers, which indicate between 21 and 22, the violent crime estimate actually increased 4.5%, rounded up. In 2022, there were mass shootings in both Texas, where 21 people died, many of them children, at Robb Elementary School, and also a mass shooting at a Walmart in Chesapeake, Virginia, where 6 people died. But it's not unusual for the FBI to revise violent crime statistics because these numbers, after all, from local police departments across the country, and some of those departments are made reporting. The Bureau says the collection systems are in place to make numbers more transparent to the public, telling Fox News and article. The next phase will see a shift to monthly data releases to promote transparency and provide an opportunity for consumers to review data based on more timely content. Data will continuously be updated. Violent crime remains a lightning rod on the campaign trail. Former President Donald Trump says violent crime has, quote, skyrocketed, citing a DOJ survey of Americans. The Biden administration frequently cited the now disputed FBI data declaring violent crime is at a, quote, 50-year low. 2023 FBI data just released last month, at least a year late, shows the violent crime rate dropping 3.5%. The question, Brett, will that number eventually change? Possibly, given the track record here. Brett?
All right, David, thank you. Then it's our panel here in New York, a huge victory for Israel and its war with Hamas terrorists. What's the latest on the presidential race? Campaign trail. First, take a look at possibilities around the country tonight. March 13 in Seattle, the search for the crew of a Navy fighter jet crashed.
Your truck is huge.
Tuesday,
Oh, yeah. She's a big girl.
Flying what is described as a routine training mission. This is a live look at Denver. One of the big stories there tonight on Fox 31.
Of the 4 big car manufacturers in Calvert, Indic's got the best rep when it comes to sports cars. This here's the best one they ever made. And I went ham tuning her up even further. You can see what I mean at the front. And the suspension system where
I don't know what you're saying, but it sure looks nice.
Space. That's tonight's live look outside the Beltway for special report. We'll be right back.
The Pope is dead. The responsibility for the conclave falls upon you. Be careful, Thomas. This is not a war.
It is a war. You have to commit.
What's all this whining first thing in the morning?
Conclave, AEG, open beers October 25th.
So, where did go? I don't know. Danny, I got lost. Yeah. Mostly for and teenagers.
We also wanted to bring you this. It's got sandwiches, milk, and coffee. I'm sure you haven't had much time for breakfast this morning.
Love is dancing.
Oh, nothing of it. Making a guest feel welcome is what a good host does. You would do the same in your home too, wouldn't you?
There's $19
Keep
month
your
for
age,
people
gotta
like
eat a
you.
lot to grow up in
They're
this
not
storm.
Chinese
Keep
hospital
an
for
eye
children, how people
on
like
it.
me.
Alright,
Right now, there are children just like me that need the life-saving help of Chinese hospitals for children. Will you let them know you can? Would you give them just 60 cents a day? When you call today, we'll send you this adorable Love to the Rescue blanket as a thank you and as a reminder of the love you give to a child in need. Will you send your love to the rescue today? Call now and give a child like me the gift of hope. Thank you. Thank you.
Please call now.
And it's still manages to be such a smooth ride, too. I think I can see a little of why you're so proud of it, Van.
I'd really start to cry if you couldn't. We'll be out of the capital and on the northern highway in 10 or so. And I'll show you how fast and smooth my baby can really be.
Just try to keep it safe, please.
They sit my jobs at the top job sites and found people with the right skill sets. Supervisors feel time. And less I'm hiring means more time. Try to create the same not problem. I can take the key to your house and I can transfer that key into my name. Crime, title theft. What is that? What that means is that the criminal, they're able to steal the title to your home, typically by transferring it to another person and then selling or borrowing money against the house. So it could be 6 months later they start getting foreclosed on. The thing about home title lock is that never has to happen. What is that? They notify you when there's any change to your title, and you're able to hopefully catch the thief in the middle of this whole process. And even if the title has been transferred out of the home title lock, has a restoration team that will come in, they check your title, and transfer the property back in your name. Title fraud is real. It's scary, but now there's a way to protect yourself. Give us a call or go to HomeTitleLock.com.
Hey guys, done your food? Wait a minute. Goodbye.
I love to travel. I've been to Easter Island, Galapagos, Morocco, India.
Goodbye.
The most exciting that I've had is my balance of nature. It's been amazing. Get 35% off your first stay when you use discount code OFFKIDS. Prince has been my best secret.
Goodbye.
I love luxury and affordable prices.
The quality for which you get is really substantial.
This equipment has this durability that's going to last 2 years.
Goodbye.
Just got radio with the last person seeing the victim. Even if the consequence of that silence is to let me kill him, walk free. Armed robbery. Who's gonna stop him? Sergeant. These guys. Mine.
Senor was responsible for the killing of thousands of innocent people. He had American blood on his hands. It is time for the day after to begin. Without Hamas in power.
The person who had been the chief obstacle to moving forward, the end of the war is now fortuitously no longer lives.
The whole of this administration, even though it's a short period of time, to jump on that because there's an opportunity now. Bring the remaining hostages, those that are still alive, home. Big news is the Israelis announced that the Hamas leader, Sinwar, was killed today by Israeli forces. The Israeli Prime Minister saying now you can see the world can see now we have to continue these operations. Let's bring our head and Sanders going to I'm going to go for
As this news spoke began to come throughout the day, we actually got a confirmation of his death. We slowly began to hear from the Israeli leaders and the Defense Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and it seemed to find a message that this is a turning point. This opportunity to use a lot of questions do remain while the internet not safety for the rest of the world. It is not the end of the war, not yet. At least in the questions of
She was really famous one too. It was called Zephyr, and it was one of the two biggest Jaeger cores in the West. It was made up of a small number of combat specialists, the Jaeger King being its head, and Ida used to lead one of their units. But after the Jaeger King died 5 years ago, the whole corps fell apart. That was when she moved on to Eisenshield.
Yeah, look, take mass killers. It's a really difficult thing, and particularly in the Middle East, it's running for the United States today as well. Israel, for a while, has been doing the things that make our men and women in the Middle East, all those thousands who are stationed there, and the additional troops that they continue to be sending safer. So a quick mass killer is Israel for having the intestinal fortitude to do that kind of work and take out killers. This take Iran is the concern. You're absolutely right about that. And what we do is the calculus around the embarrassment that they have right now, the two of their policies that they on the ground. Without you ready at the top. So
You told us how deep the was. That alone was huge role to keep us together. And vandalizing will to find more. Do you mean it? Well, thank you. I would be counting on you folks.
There was this moment about turning the page. A couple of different ways I asked him, but here's one part. They said the country is on the wrong track. If it's on the wrong track, that track follows 3.5 years of you being vice president and President Biden being president. That is what they're saying, 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
You've been the president in the office. Obviously, it's contentious. Obviously, it's this. They had to rock up last year before answers. How reactions on today?
That was certainly one of the most remarkable moments. I really remarkable interview, Brett. And it made people at home, voters at home, think to themselves, okay, this is the economy, for example, that I'm currently living in. I got an graphic like we got this week that there are more and more people today. We have to go back to COVID years. Look at people who are worried about making their minimum credit card payment. People are truly concerned right now. We're still sky prices. They like to tout that inflation has gone down. No, people are still living with this affordability crisis, as American calls it. They feel that, and they thought that when they watched that ad, I'm sure.
Aaron, I did make a mistake, and I want to say that I did make a mistake. When I called for a soundbite, I was expecting a piece of the enemy from within, from the real world, to be tied to the piece from your town hall, Harris, where you asked the former president about the enemy from within. It just had the piece about the town hall. And I didn't just take a listen to what I heard into.
What do you think? It's a rifle blade used in our corps. I use it to keep our views safe. Now, may our Rusha watch over us.
They do further investigations. I've been investigated more than all the greatest man. My point was that we asked a question about that sentence. So the girl was there. When you run for the highest office in life, there's a threshold of generation. You have to show skill, tenacity, ability. You called it a way. I thought it was the highest statement of journalism in this regard. Persistence, thoughtfulness, integrity, and aggressiveness. You want to every one of those questions. And when a candidate answers questions, you hope that they are informing. You hope that they are informing and offending also. When you get that balance right, it gets right.
Energy output at optimum. Activating skill.
But what they should know is that the best journalists, this most serious journalism, makes people mad and get that answer yourself. Alright, just on the heels of what you said.
Certain arts want to be affected. This fighting's taking a real toll.
And he's big one. And my job was to get to as many questions in the audience as possible. So we had the same job of rapidly jumping in for different reasons. Hers was we say it really well, but I can't try not to get for any wrong reasons. She was late, that whole thing. She was
If you're going to boost, I do it now. Time to go in the attack.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's nice. It was a really welcome for that. Obviously, we welcome the president. The same format. If you'd like to show up, actually, 2 days from now. Tomorrow's special report on that and how it's going to handicap those final 2.5 weeks. Thanks for watching. Every night, we are going to continue to cover the selection, fair, balanced, and still top ready. Here's more.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Laura Ingram. This is Ingram Angle from Washington tonight, as always. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, a telling tidbit from the New York Post today sheds more light on the friction between Kamala Harris and the man who actually won his party primaries. At Kennedy's funeral, Biden reportedly whispered to Obama, "She's not as strong as me," according to this renowned conversation. Obama then answered his response, "I know, that's true. We have time." Well, not a lot, only 19 days, and there is a building consensus tonight that the political momentum, at least for now, is with Donald Trump. He did a Univision town hall yesterday, another hostile forum, and seemed to take it all in stride. No reports that he showed up late or tried to wrap the interview early. That's because he's confident of himself and of his understanding of the issues, as complex as they are. Now, this is a stark contrast to Kamala and the Fox den, and that's the focus of tonight's event. All right, last night we shared our instant reaction to Harris' sit-down with Brett Baer, but now we have a better sense of just how badly it went for her. And her own supporters inside and outside the campaign, oh, they know it. The best that they could do, and I read pretty much everything today, the best they could do was try to portray her as Kamala in the lion's den. The media's word of the day, tough.
At the end of the day, this is all about one word. The word tough. It showed that Harris was tough. She showed a real toughness by going in there and standing toe-to-toe. It was clearly an unfriendly venue.
It was aggressive, it was tough, and she was absolutely fine. She has answered
I
Kamala
wasn't
Harris
expecting that to be how this ended.
Wait.
That young man's most certainly caught my attention.
Would anyone say that about Biden? Absolutely fine. She answered every criticism. What interview were these people watching? Plus, shouldn't we assume that a party's nominee is going to be tough? Isn't that supposed to be kind of a given for this job description? So I'm sure Kim Jong-un and, Xi Jinping are tough at all. No. And if you really are tough, if you really are crushing it in an interview, why on earth
Well now,
would you want your
isn't this a lovely
staffers
village?
to cut it short?
It's like an adult painting. Rolling hills amidst clear streams, a windmill turning with the wind, and a touch of Middle Ages architecture.
Why didn't that tough
The
lady
white flowers we saw in the wheat field were beautiful as well. They were buckwheat flowers, weren't they?
If you are this dominating an interview, if you're on the top of your game,
Good eye.
you're reaching
Fun fact, the village uses them in their specialty dish, galette.
Oh, I've heard of those. Haida always says they make for a perfect lunch treat.
We're supposed to start at 5
I'm
p.m.
excited to finally visit this
This is the
place.
time they gave us. Originally, we were going to do 25 or 30
Anyway,
minutes.
that bus is going to be out of commission for a while, so why don't you grab some grub?
About 5:15. Policemen out there. Talking like 4 people waving their hands like, it's
It was like in Japan, things like that. Wasn't around. Now, obviously, her comm staff saw used to do. Ask serious questions. And, yeah, occasionally follow up. Questions are actually not answered. It's not that he was competitive, it was that she was getting more visibly annoyed the longer it went on. Enter the verbal crutch. May I please finish?
We have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions apply to citizenship. It's
And other than that, her staff should have had to practice answering at least a few questions about her record. You have to answer questions, right? Without using the words Donald Trump. She literally could not do this.
They say the country is on the wrong track. 79% of them. Why are they saying that? If you're turning the page, you've been in office for 3.5 years.
And Donald Trump has been running for office.
But you've been the person who ran the office.
You and I both know what I'm talking about. You and I both know what I'm talking about.
Weak. The woman who thinks she deserves to be president showed up late to an interview and then refused to answer straightforward, rather simple questions that she should have answered 3 months ago. So the subtext throughout, I had to watch this again, torture. Whenever she was asked about her actual record or actual comments in the past 2019, what she's trying to say is that I guess they all would have had more success and a lot more consensus if Trump wasn't out there running and running for president, banging the drums. I guess that was her argument. Now she wanted to show the country that she is, in fact, a serious person with serious plans and solutions about how to repair our border and look at her economy. But she didn't, because she can't. All she could do was what she always does. Grandstand and repeat lines that her consultants had her memorize. Now, when Brett brought up the mother who blamed Biden and Harris after her daughter was murdered by an illegal, this was the feigned emotion.
I will tell you that I'm so sorry for her eyes. I'm so sorry for her eyes. Sincerely. But let's talk about what is happening right now with an individual who does not want to participate in solutions.
First of all, when anyone says sincerely, like thank frankly. Again, this woman's daughter was murdered, and she's trying to say it's Trump's fault, or, move to Trump, deflect to Trump. Again, this is not serious, and it's not going to work in international relations, it's not going to work when you're dealing with Congress, it's not going to work, period. What is she, 10? That's what my boys do. Oh, it's his fault. No, I deal with that all day long in my house. And with all the bromide flying, she sounded like Chat GPT trying to mimic Maya Angelou.
The vast majority of us have more in common than what separates us. I do believe the American people are ready to turn the page on the divisiveness and the type of rhetoric that has come out of Donald Trump. People are ready to chart a new way forward.
Chart a new way forward in bomb fashion. That's the new rhetoric. Again, a new way forward is more like rinse, repeat. Because 5 minutes earlier, this woman literally could not name one thing she'd do differently than Biden. The fact is, Harris missed a huge opportunity last night, and the best that the print media could do was call the exchange testing. The Washington Post and New York Times followed suit using a better SAT word, calling the interview.
Take as long as you need.
Notice what they couldn't say. They couldn't say that she showed a mastery of the facts, or that she laid out a bold agenda to differentiate herself from Biden.
I'll be waiting for you.
She did none of the above. The fact is, her staff was desperate to stop the interview because they knew the longer it went on, the weaker she came across. They were training in a boxing match, throwing a towel in the ring to stop the fight. And that's the end. Joining me tonight is Texas Senator Ted Cruz, who rumor has it is a pretty decent debater himself. Senator, it's great to see you. I agree that with Harris. Are you surprised that she's just terrible at being interviewed after all this time?
I'm not. She is, number one, an ideal. she is hard left. Her voting record was literally to the left of Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. Now, I said to Bernie and Elizabeth, there is much room in their left. She is very different from Joe Biden in one respect. Biden is basically a puppet. Kamala is a true believer. She believes this nonsense. And so I watched that debate, and Kamala has one answer to every question. And one answer is, I hate that. So whatever the question, immigration, why do we have 11.5 million people invading this country? Answer, I hate Donald Trump. Iran, if Iran is America's greatest enemy, why did you give them $100 million? Answer, I hate Donald Trump. How are you different from Joe Biden? What would you do differently than Joe Biden? Her answer, I hate Donald Trump. She has no answer to anything. And I gotta say, the one that ticked me off the most was actually the one you just played there. There you go. Where Brett asked her quite reasonably, do you wish to apologize to the parents of Lincoln Ryan? Do you wish to apologize to the parents of Rachel Marie? Do you wish to apologize to Jocelyn Nunbury's mother? I know Jocelyn's mother, Alexa. She's a wonderful young woman grieving her 12-year-old daughter raped and murdered by illegal aliens that Kamala Harris released. And Kamala couldn't bring herself to apologize. She said she feels sorry, but she would take no accountability and she won't change the policies, which means today she's releasing new illegals who will rape and murder someone else. She's doing the exact same thing. And by the way, my opponent in my Texas Senate race, Colin Allred is Kamala Harris. They're both open border radicals who take no responsibility for their disastrous policy.
Now, the Democrats want to dehumanize Trump and iterate you that you don't care, that Trump doesn't care, that they're just mean, that they want to, put women back in the kitchen. It's just the same old, tired, cliches. But meanwhile, Trump goes on with his Univision interview, another kind of hostile event, and he's asked about the three virtues that Kamala Harris possesses. What would they be? This is what he said. I think we have the soundbite. Yeah, anyway, we'll play it to you in 1 second. But in general, I think we have it.
She seems to have an ability to survive. She seems, because she was out of the race and all of a sudden she's running for president. She seems to have some pretty long time friendships, and that's also I don't call that an ability. I call that a good thing. And she seems to have a nice way about it. I like the way some of her statements, some of her the way she behaves in a certain way.
I think all she could say about him was, I mean, here's the real question. I'm not new for 21 years. That's same thing. So they have this huge experience.
Look, they're motivated by hate. They've convinced themselves they hate Donald Trump with all of their heart. Their policies are disastrous. So what they do is they lie. Look, I'm saying the same thing I had to make this week with Colin Allred. The entire day, just like Kamala Harris, he keeps trying to pretend that he hasn't been a hard-line liberal, that he hasn't supported open borders, that he hasn't supported defund the police, that he hasn't opposed oil and gas and energy. And he's running over $100 million of ads lying to the people in Texas. I'll tell you, Laura, I'm getting massively outspent, and so I want to encourage your viewers, please come to tedcruz.org, tedcruz.org right now, because this race is a 1 or 2 point race, and we are seeing $100 million coming in. And the only way we're surviving is millions of people are coming to tedcruz.org and giving 25 or 50 or $100 or even more, and that lets us communicate the truth. It's what Donald Trump is doing, pointing out that his policies work, securing the border, unleashing the economy, and their policies are a disaster. So I'm grateful for the folks that go to tedcruz.org.
Yeah, you got it in, Ted. That's why you're you got it in. But the point is, the argument for Texas is if you want us to be like San Francisco in California, then go with that guy. Then definitely vote for him. If you want us to continue to be the place where everybody else moves to escape those kinds of policies, then you got to go with what works. So, I mean, this is status quo. Either status quo of horrible Kamala Harris type policies, or the change challenges, so do they have a defibrillator handy to save them? We're going to examine that.
I speak in the name of the White Trooper. She's really retail store just canceled a huge order, leaving us with a ton of extra My Pillows. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm going to make it your game. For the first time ever, you get standard classic My Pillows for wholesale pricing. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade
Hey guys.
My Pillow for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. Get my body pillows for $29.88 and multi-use My Pillows for $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size My Pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
Thank you.
At Biz2 Credit, we know you need to fund your business on time. When business is good, it could be time to expand. Time for Biz2 Credit. When bills are piling up, you might need extra cash to get ahead.
Time for Biz2 Credit.
Our fast and convenient online process makes it easy to get the funding you need. When it's time to take your business to new heights, Biz2 Credit makes it possible. Go to biz2credit.com/time. Call 800-200-2891. Biz2 Credit. Funding what's next.
Well, my back got injured very bad. So I worked for about a year. I heard about Relief Factor from my wife. I took it every day, 3 times a day, for 3 weeks. Looked at her and I said, the pain is gone. She said, I'm glad to help. I said, no, you understand. It's gone. You too can feel better every day with Relief Factor, a daily supplement that fights pain. Call or go online now.
Again.
Quick start, just $19.95. All right, it's time for the annual Locksmith Dinner. Kamala Harris will not be in attendance. There's no more joy or even laughter in the Harris campaign. We'll explain live on air. So no fixing.
Clubs, leagues, and courts in every province and territory across Canada. Squash is the sport for wall-to-wall fun, fitness, and friendship. From coast to coast to coast. Learn to play and you'll want to do it every day. Squash. Play inside the box.
I was making smart points. When I found out about what the United Way is doing, I was sitting inside of the contract. I'm at home. I might be dead. 14 years. Never thought I would be gone. You know, it really made that awesome. Son, you gotta keep your eyes open. Coach, got a proposition for you. Make a run in the Little League World Series. I managed the worst team in the league. Not bad, right? It's too bad. Just gotta find a way to inspire me. You're gonna win this game for me. I want you to play to live for each other.
The top line is the 5-point advantage that Kamala Harris had in our last poll is gone.
I mean, just look at them side by side, and you can see.
Democrats worry there could be a repeat of Donald Trump's 2016 win.
Except bigger. That reality has replaced vibes. As Angle correctly predicted, polling Nate Silver is now warning Democrats that Harris probably faces a tougher environment than Clinton or Biden. Incumbent parties around the world are struggling. Cultural pendulums swinging conservative. Inflation and immigration are big deals to voters, don't they? And now Silver forecasting that Trump will win the election. This comes with the latest Fox News national poll. Has Trump ahead by 2 points? Joining now, Kevin McCarthy, Speaker of the House, Mr. Speaker. Now, she has raised $1 billion. She's burned through most of that, and they're going back to Wall Street, Silicon Valley for more money. They need more money, they said, to win in these swing states. What is going on there?
They're yelling at the donors. They're yelling at the voters. Why won't they support them? And the other thing you have to notice, too, if you don't want to know which side is losing, look for the articles where there's infighting. You notice the Democrats now get the article there's all this infighting.
Pennsylvania, campaign chief is a disaster.
Yeah, but who to blame? Who to blame for this? Who to blame? The party themselves, their policies, their brand. Third, as Kamala Harris, one thing historically has always told us, she peaks on the day she announces and then she goes down on the day, which we have watched happen. Secondly is, there's a contrast here. They try to do the old thing against Donald Trump. You can't. The American public knows it now. They know it's policy. So you can lie as much as you want. It doesn't matter. The other thing, too, is something different. This environment, the one thing about the environment is when you watch the Gallup poll, you can have both. It doesn't ask you who you're supporting. It asks you who you identify Republican or Democrat. Historically, Republicans have never won. They won the poll by 3 points. 48-45.
Can we talk?
You can look and you can correlate when Democrats win the presidency is the difference between those two. But Republicans don't know. They ask the second question, who's best to solve your problem? Republicans beat Democrats on that. And think about the voter registration to where it was 4 years ago. It grew with Republicans, dropped with Democrats. So I don't know why the Democrats are listening. Well, Hispanics are voting for president at 41, the highest black vote.
But you're right, they're lashing out at black men. We're going to get to that coming up. Black men, yeah, black men, and then Hispanic voters are also saying, what are you doing here? What are you doing? What are you doing here? They're voting for their own economic interests.
Exactly. They watch more to say what she said. That look, if I were in the voter, I would have one ad between others. I use her own words. What would you have done different? I can't think of anything.
She's a change candidate.
Then just more of the same. The only change is President Trump. Change back to where we don't have inflation. We have a secure border. We have a safe world with no more wars. We've got an America where everybody's rights.
You know what people say to me on this? They say, gosh, remember when interest rates were 2.1%? Why didn't I buy a house? Or why didn't I buy an apartment? Or why? So many people, and you don't want people to think that you're that overlooked. You'll never have that dream of opening your own home again. And he's speaking to that now, which I think is very.
Whoa, a huge thing's turning just from the wind?
And then next when you look at a secure border.
Okay, we'll come back here.
One of these up close in person before.
All the headlines, people were getting raises. Their employer was giving them more money. She wants to take your money. Somebody else wants to make you have more money. And we didn't have inflation, so when you got more money, it went further.
So the celebrity factor is having.
It never works.
Let me ask you something.
Mr. Speaker, it's always great to see you in the studio. Thank you so much for coming. All right, coming up, the White Harris administration is causing the book again. We'll expose it next. All right, everybody, here we go.
The countdown to joy has begun. Just like heaven. This holiday season. Over all the holiday movies. All season long. Countdown to Christmas. All new holiday movies all season long. Only on Hallmark Channel. A large retail store just canceled out a huge order leaving us with a ton of extra ride bills. But you know what? That's their loss. I'm gonna make it your game. For the first time ever, you get standard classic wine pills for wholesale pricing. Only $14.88. I can't believe I'm even saying that. Only $14.88. But it gets even better. For a limited time, I'm going to offer my entire classic collection at wholesale prices. Upgrade with king size wine pills for just $18.88. King size only $1 more. And my body pillows for $29.88. And multi-use wine pillows for only $9.88. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on the screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of wholesale pricing for the first time ever on TV, including my standard size my pillow, only $14.88. They've never been offered this low before. We have limited quantities at this price, so limit's going to be 10, and once they're gone, they're gone.
How are you nervous? She told me when it happened, or... Did he just leave? Come on, bring it. If he's not this good, he's not good. At Simply Safe, your safety is the only thing that matters. They designed smarter ways to detect motion for fast emergency response. They create HD cameras so you can see what's happening in your home from anywhere. All powered by Fast Protect technology. Exclusively from Simply Safe for faster police response. Get Simply Safe today with no contracts or cancellation fees, so you're never locked in. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
I'm Sandy Cowan, and I've written multiple books about health and wellness. So obviously, living a healthy life is important to me. That's why I eat well, exercise, and take balance of nature. Balance of nature is perfect for me. I'll use it forever.
Get 35% off your first set as a preferred customer with free shipping and a money-back guarantee. Claim this offer using discount code OFFNEWS.
At Interactive Brokers, independent RIAs work with the best research and trading tools designed to help them outperform markets. Meet them at Interactive Brokers Investors Marketplace for advisors. Advisors at Interactive Brokers keep all they earn on a low-cost platform with no ticket fees or custody charges, low margin rates, and high interest earned on idle cash. To get better results, get a better platform. The best informed investors choose Interactive Brokers.
Your neighbor just paid an enormous amount for a new roof, but he didn't have it. And neither did you. Because RePhantazio had years of money to defer $20,000 or more for a new roof, or as low as $35 a month for roof. You decide. Any roof more than 7 years old should be a RePhantazio. Clear it up and treat it, making your roof like that. And the best part, we'll extend the life of your roof up to 15 years. Call now, we'll give you our $859 roof tune-up for free with your RePhantazio treatment.
This country has never been so divided. Are you a licorice lover or hater? We at licorice.com have 50 plus gourmet flavors that you'll flip out over. Get some for yourself or a licorice lover in your life. Licorice lovers unite at licorice.com.
38% for bone, nerve, and muscle. I recommend Qulon Magnesium Glycinate. It's formulated for high absorption and it's gentleman's stuff. Qulon, the brand I trust.
When you can't watch, listen. Get the latest news, business, and news headlines on SiriusXM. Anytime, anywhere. Fox News Audio on SiriusXM. America is listening.
A lot of black males are not into the Harris campaign.
It is important that they put strong is because I'm dissatisfied with our borders. I believe that those need to be secure.
Every policy that Trump is pushing is something that I hold true to from a value as well as a moral standpoint.
Okay, black men are beginning to think for themselves and thus are facing a barrage of smears from the Democrats. All because, again, they're not working lockstep behind Kamala Harris, not ultimately. And instead of blaming her decades of neglect toward their community, the left is just accusing black men of being misogynists. For a long time, anti-racism compassionate safety-net policies were the glue that held nearly all black voters together with Democrats. But the patriarchy takes the men in a particular way, and more black men are simply, may simply be drifting in that direction. Joining me now, spokesman for the patriarchy, Horace Cooper, Project 21 chair. That was an actual column in the New York Times. Patriarchy.
I read it and laughed. Look, we at Project 21 saw the NBC poll that said 33% in 2024, 33% of black men are moving to either center or right positions. And we, Project 21, have been trying to make that occur. But it has been easier for the left to do it. When we talk about the patriarchy, these woke terms alienate black men. And one of the biggest groups within black men that it alienates are blue-collar workers. Blue-collar black men are more likely, and certainly extremely likely, to have the same idea about the world as white blue-collar workers.
The jobs are going overseas, or what? Absolutely. Jobs, or the jobs are being shipped overseas to the United States better.
How's that working for them? We send people to the grocery store, and their eyes are out with hot smokers, and then we're supposed to say, ignore all of that. Exactly. I went up to people just doing it on the streets. We were both They said, I'm voting for Donald Trump. Why? Now, the reasons why, they said, because most of the time they said, well, for economic reasons, right? Or because he gave me a stimulus check, and I had to correct them over and over and tell them where that stimulus check came from a Democratic congressman from Nancy Pelosi.
Okay, so first, he's the national corrector of misunderstandings. Apparently, black men can't think for themselves.
Maybe I'll start with how he can behave as a person over the air without mistreating women and acting in a misogynist way. But putting that aside, black men do not believe that all of those woke, progressive ideas are practical for them in their lives. I said in my book, which I back in January, it is those woke policies.
Yeah, or these guys are all like, I have no money in my pocket. My wages were going up, I have more money.
Change operations for prisoners.
No, they don't like that. They come
For all the of course it's crazy, these ideas of how they would like to solve the problems that Americans face, the black American folk. So it's the part where it's on your own majesty.
Well, that seems to be Kamala's MO to find a way to the campaign.
Someone who suggests we should terminate the Constitution of the United States should never behind the seal
Like her ludicrous lie about Trump and the Constitution, perhaps she should look into because her party that has no qualms about blowing up. Today, the Biden-Harris administration approved another $4.5 billion in student loan forgiveness for 60,000 people. That brings the total to $175 billion. They are literally ignoring a Supreme Court decision. Look, anything to get the youth vote. And then there's Kamala's price gouging proposal, which is also destined to be struck down in federal court. Come on. And there's the Biden-Harris court reform proposal. Yeah, court reform. A direct violation of the Constitution itself. And the list goes on and on. Joining me now, Chris Landa, former law partner, Justice Scalia, and Nevada, former ambassador to Mexico, and Will Kane, Fox and Friends Weekend co-host. Both of you, great to see you, Chris. Which of the moves that I just mentioned are the most egregiously unconstitutional?
Well, I think you've got to start with the proposal to change the Supreme Court tenure and to say that Supreme Court justices no longer serve for life. I mean, that's attacking the very fabric of our government and the major check on the executive branch. I think that goes our whole system of government today. So it's hard to be more radical than that.
Well, Kane, this seems to be the norm now for Kamala and company, especially in the waning weeks of this campaign. They're going to blow up the Constitution, but we're going to shred it and hope nobody mentions it. And how does any of this ultimately bring people back into the fold?
Only by fear, by scaring them with lies. You know, I was sitting there listening to that clip that you played, Laura, and I'm sitting here going, when does he say set aside the Constitution? And then I have to remember myself, you're listening almost literally, but still figuratively, but almost literally to the boy who cried wolf. Whether or not it was very fine people, play the extended clip, we know what he truly said. Whether or not it was bloodbath, play the extended clip, we know what he truly said. When it's dictator for a day, but you only have to vote once. He's explaining the importance of this election to this setting side of the Constitution. It's just complete and utter boy who cried wolf syndrome. They're telling lies. And the lie, here's the best part, as you're pointing out, Laura, is projection. And it's projection that's been done on a multitude of issues, from racism and COVID, and who believes in science, to who will destroy the Constitution. They are casting stones from the position of which they are threatening. They are the threat to the Constitution.
And a total with Chris on this. Chris, I want you to hear something that Kamala said about Trump. This was tonight in Wisconsin.
The stakes are even higher because a few months ago, the United States Supreme Court told the former president he is effectively immune no matter what he does in the White House. And think about that. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails.
Chris, this woman is actually, well, reports are that she didn't pass the bar first time around. I personally confirm that, but I believe that's the case. But she's actually was Attorney General of California making that statement. React, please.
It's really disappointing that our political figures at this national level are engaging in this kind of cheap rhetoric and have such a grotesque distortion of the Supreme Court decision, which protects not Donald Trump, but the office of the presidency, and says that presidents can't be held criminally liable, as this administration has tried to do, for their official acts. That's the way the Constitution has to operate, as the Supreme Court recognized. That is true whether the president happens to be Donald Trump, or Joe Biden, or Barack Obama. It doesn't matter. It is about the presidency and its role in the separation of powers. You know, pandering is nothing new in election campaigns, Laura, but I don't think we have ever witnessed pandering on this level. Just go back to your previous segment.
All right, let's go monster hunting. To the highway we go.
Shouldn't we talk to some more people before we head out?
Nah, we've gotten every scrap of info they have to give.
It says and others on the website. I mean, Joe said, I have to go back to this Brett Bear conversation with her, because it's never a good thing on the number one issue facing the country, the economy, when you say, well, you can go to my website. Like, we're not beyond going to the website at this point, right? You should be able to clearly delineate your policies. So, like, if you just go to my website, you'll see all my wonderful ideas.
Just trying to figure out who you are, Vice President, Madam Vice President. We're trying to inform the American people, said Brett Baer, on exactly what it is you stand for and the inconsistencies of your record. Well, you can go to my website, because I want to use this opportunity on Fox to mention the name Donald Trump no less than 113 times. 2 times every minute, to make sure you understand this election is a referendum on Donald Trump. Don't worry about what you see here. I'm just a blank slate, which is actually kind of true. She is a blank slate for the Democratic Party apparatus, and she wants it to be a referendum on Donald Trump.
Well, guess what? She's the incumbent. That's how it works in politics. Chris and Will, both of you, thank you. All right, coming up, Democrats' narrative on crime. It's Declining, right? Things are safe. Do you feel safer out there? Well, we'll tell you what's really going on next.
You're leaving me?
Or a TurboTax expert. See it, Adam.
TurboTax will beat your price.
This fall, switch to a TurboTax Live expert and you'll beat the price you paid your pro last tax season. After many years of working as a teacher, I wasn't ready for retirement.
Becoming a visiting Angels caregiver is such a rewarding job.
Every day I make a difference in the lives of those who matter most. Our seniors, who may need a little extra help.
If you have more to give
And compassion in your heart.
Begin a new career as a visiting Angels caregiver.
apply today.
You're weeks away from reversing the signs of aging with Cerevital Advanced. From wrinkle reduction to weight loss to looking and feeling younger overall. Cerevital Advanced is also a natural way to boost your body's own youth hormone, which sharply declines with age, backed by 25 years of research and proven over and over by experience. Cerevital Advanced, the #1 anti-aging therapy in America. Learn more at trycerevital.com.
This is a call to all my fellow Americans. Stand up, fired up, and will not let up. But put your foot down and we'll never lay down, Americans. You're the ones this country needs. Stand up for what you believe in. To wear your pride on your sleeve. This is a call to the ones who put family above fortune and always have their neighbors six. At Pure Talk, we're a wireless company that champions American values. We'll give you a voice, along with unlimited talk, text, and data, for only $25 a month. It's less than a burger and fries these days. All on the most dependable 5G network. So stand with us, a proud American company that stands up for and gives back to the people who built this country, people who stand for our flag, people who believe in working hard, not hardly working. So join your fellow Americans and call Pure Talk and get 50% off your first one. This is your call. It's time to answer.
Quince has been my best secret. I love luxury at affordable prices. I want to dress down, but still look amazing. They have bikini jewelry, they have it. I get so many compliments. The whole outfit, one-stop shop.
Get $20 off your first purchase at Quince.com.
I'm so happy I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years. Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobella, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal? I saw the results immediately. The best I have felt since I was in my 20s. For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobella's best offer of the year. It will change your life. Call now or go to sonobella.com.
Ain't working out what it means for the Battleground State tonight on primetime.
Welcome back to the talk show. My next guest is hooked on an app.
Ever since I downloaded the free STV app, I can't stop watching it. All of my fingertips, all for free.
Do you see that?
Windows Entertainment, all here for you. Download the free STV app now. Camera one. Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. I'm grabbing my combo next to me.
Oh, can I get on burger if it's died on? What? Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Matt Canada. Put your hands together for a lady This truck says the cameras are great. Take a butcher, goes around chopping people up with a fed fire. It's gonna be today. This whole concept is trapped. The suspect pushed her to the ground with her walker, causing her to slam her head on the concrete
and cut her arm. He snatches her purse. Surveillance cameras capture the suspect running away and then throw Jane to a trauma center. The teenagers run up, attacking him. He says they demand he give them his stuff. He fights back.
Seven-year-old Stephen Miles rocked in a park on Detroit's far west side this weekend bring a live attack by a 73-year-old man. All right, big, other guy, infuriating and heartbreaking story. We've been hearing that for the past 3.5 years. But Democrats keep telling us things are getting started.
Okay.
Maintenance mode engaged. That one's a single element slot.
And it's happening at levels that nobody's going to ask.
As you know, the FBI says overall violent crime is actually coming down in this country.
Oh, really, David? Well, now we know those were just political talking points in an election year, because it turns out that the Biden-Harris administration is cooking the books again. Just like how the economic data was revised downward month after month, it seems, the FBI's crime data was revised as well. Upward. The FBI's initial data claimed that the violent crime rate fell 2.1% back in 2022, but they stealthily changed it in September to a 4.5% increase. Well, they didn't even acknowledge the change. They just
Looks like a new shard skull.
Joining me now is Brandon Hayden, former police officer, owner of the Taylor store in Tyrone, Muhammad, an ex-gang member, and founder of Xcom for community change. Now, Rowan, I'm going to start with you. You know, you were in prison. Now you're doing work on the ground in Chicago. From what you're seeing, do these statistics, crime going down, reflect the reality?
No, they don't. Thank you for having me. You know they don't. What we have is victimization in Chicago. That has been happening for as long as I can remember, even when I was running the streets. What's happening is the influx. Wherever there's migrants and wherever there's sanctuary cities, Trump is right. You will find that crime has increased. It's a shame that even with all of the energy and effort we put in, and I don't think President Trump get enough credit because he has cured a lot of the 1994 crime bills that ushered in mass incarceration of black men and boys all over this country. But Trump's First Step Act has created an influx of men and women in these communities that has been reformed from gang members, reformed Americans that have been helping in reducing violence and crime in these cities. And it's unfortunate that with the level of men that under Donald Trump that has come out of prison, that the Republican Party, even Trump administration, hasn't really pushed that narrative to show that the men that he released, you will find that a lot of them are active in reducing violence.
Now they're trying to do. Yeah, and you're not the first person to tell me this, by the way. And Brandon, I think it was Tyrone, I think I'm not misstating what he just said. This idea that crime was declining never felt right to people who were actually on the streets. And it turns out it wasn't right. It was wrong. And yet it was repeated repeatedly through the campaign.
That one's a single
Now
element slot.
CNN, Brandon, is refusing to acknowledge
That one's a single
that the
element slot.
data does not align with their agenda here. Watch this.
Shard skills updated.
The suspect pushed her to the ground with her walker, causing her to slam her head on the concrete and cut her arm. He snatches her purse. Surveillance cameras capture the suspect running away and then drove Jane to a trauma center. The teenagers.
Yeah, that's the wrong clip. That's the wrong clip. But someday we're going to play the clip because we don't have that clip. Okay, so we don't have it, right? That's on TV. This is what happened. But the bottom line is it's an inconvenient fact for them, right? So I saw that when I was in Chicago.
Looks like a new shard skull. That one's a single element
Well,
slot.
the crimes aren't being reported as they used to be.
That
They're
one's
being
a single element slot.
recategorized by police to make it look like crime is down. Is that right? Is that part of what's going on here?
Yeah, I've been in some of these cities that is what's going on. I remember when I worked in Tucson as a police officer there was certain burglary crimes that were reclassified, and we ended up in Tucson, Arizona, had the highest crime rate
in certain verticals during the entire nation, which we know that wasn't true, but they wanted to reclassify certain things so we look better in other areas. This is what they do. They play games, they lie. But the beauty of what has come about in America is the advent of social media. We see videos every single day with people bludgeoning other people in the middle of the street, robbing, looting, killing, stealing, thugging. We see it with our own eyes. And people that live in these communities that experience this, they don't care what FBI statistics say. They don't care what a politician is trying to say during an election season. People are having real experiences, and that's why they're not voting for the party that has been saying for so many years that they want to defund the police and that there is no real crisis and all of those things. But people are they're not stupid. They see what's going on.
And the FBI standing by its numbers saying, well, we were right because they're kind of being calculated differently, so they give us a statement. But nevertheless, the gang activity that you're seeing on the streets of Chicago, very briefly, tell us about it.
Yeah, you know, we dealing with the level of just the influx of migrants that going into the various Latin groups with the TVA and the different gang influxes. But the biggest thing is the FBI numbers got even on. You got to understand that these communities where black people have had systemic distrust of the police. There are men I know who've been shot and really go through and through that don't even report.
Okay.
That they're back or victim.
We're gonna keep on this topic. We'll have you back probably in the coming on show tonight. It's a very important perspective on this incredibly important issue. Brandon and Sharon, thank you. All right, coming up, Kamala ditching the Elspeth dinner tonight. Could really do.
We got a save coming up.
What are we doing with our life, Bree? We're gonna crash Christmas.
I hope that bus makes it back safe and sound.
Dancing distraction.
And if something happens to it, it's just more work and Mira for us.
Dan, please don't wish for people's misfortune.
We totally met at another Christmas party. Holiday crashes. Check your local listings. Or countdown to Christmas. This is how AG1 works to deliver foundational nutrition that tastes great too. Matching natural pineapple and vanilla flavors with nutrient density to start every morning right. Upgrade your daily habit today at drinkag1.com. Oh, by the filter, it's well designed.
Excellent. And we'll see you guys on the next one, alright? Peace out.
Guaranteed. What more could you ask for? Call 833-FILTER today or visit RePhantazio.com.
One back got injured very bad. I was off work for about a year. I heard about a relief factor from my wife. I took it every day, 3 times a day, for 3 weeks. Look at her and I said, the pain is gone. And she said, I'm glad it helped. I said, no, you don't understand. It's gone. You too can feel better every day with Relief Factor, a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Call or go online now for a 3-week quick start, just $19.95.
You have no idea what's on your fruits and vegetables. Before you take another bite, you need Eat Cleaner, the natural fruit and veggie wash that is going to change the way you think about fresh produce forever. Just spray and rinse. It's as easy as that. Our patented, natural, lab-proven formula not only removes rats, pesticides, and chemicals to 99.9% of bacteria that can cause foodborne illnesses. And check this out. Here's a delicious looking apple, right? Here's another apple from the same place. It's amazing. Seconds to show you all the wax that you can't see. That wax is the fun and the pesticide. Eat Cleaner gets rid of it all. This broccoli, free from the store, the one with beef right on. You just use the cookies, lab tools to get rid of the plants, the chemicals, the dirt, and look at how it's wonderful. Right away now. Of your fruits and vegetables without pesticides, chemicals, and waxy coatings. Did you know that you can't throw out pesticides? All your food should start out with produce that's pesticide and chemical free. The best part is with produce lasting up to 5 times longer,
over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be seeing this. Most men over 40 look into the mirror and see this. When they could be using this.
The fuck?
Article 601 face cream for men. First of its kind anti-aging cream designed specifically for men. Fights eye bags, dark spots, and